Okay.
Hi, welcome
Hi.
back to Two Kims.
One pod.
I'm your first Kim, Peter Kim.
I am your last Kim, Unji Kim.
And speaking of last, this is the last podcast left on Earth. Thank you so much for tuning in to your
Come
ham
on
radio
out.
waves.
Yes.
Something very shocking happened to me last night. Uh,
Shocking.
yeah, it shook me.
Wow.
And I hadn't been shook in a while.
I know. I mean, I love being surprised. Like at my age, I'm always like, oh, look at
Uh-huh.
me
Wow, still alive.
being surprised by something. Yeah.
So I went out to a reading, a feature reading,
Okay.
a live reading, and it was with some Chicago folks, like ex Chicago people that I was
Sure.
supporting. Uh,
Expats.
yeah, and there were some people there that I guess are from Chicago, but like I never like crossed paths with them. Like we were of a different class, I think. Right, so
Oh,
like
so
I was a
like,
senior, and well, they were like freshies,
oh, I see. So they're younger. Okay.
younger.
Yeah.
So afterwards, we went out to a bar to like hang out and talk about the project and whatnot.
Sure.
And this one guy who was in the show, I make eyes with him and I go, "Hey, good stuff. Very funny today." And he goes, "Oh my God, thank you so much." Blah 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 Chicago. And I was like, "Oh,
Oh.
did we did we know each other? I'm sorry, did we meet in Chicago?" And he was like,
Hmm.
"No, no, no, we never met, but of course I know you." And I go, Okay,
Oh.
okay. And he's like, I mean, who doesn't know Peter Kim, the guy who
Whoa.
single-handedly crumbled Second City? And I was like, uh, what?
What?
Whatever do you mean?
Wait, that was what he said verbatim
Verbatim, crumbled Second
to
City. Yeah. But not in
I
a
mean,
like disdainful way. He was like
sure,
saying
sure.
it in a way he was like, that, and that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, wait, whatever way you say it, A, it's not true. They are
Because I think it's still
standing,
doing good. Yeah.
doing great.
Like if anything kind of crumbled
Yeah.
you maybe like
I was the one that was left in rubbles. Um, and I was like, whoa. And he made it sound like he's a white guy.
uh-huh.
And he made it sound like that A, my reputation preceded me, and B, that the reputation was that I like ruined this place. But I didn't I don't think that's the case. But even if you think that's the case, I don't know if that's like a something that you say to someone to be like proud of it.
I mean clearly
You
they
know, like
he did. I mean it wasn't supposed it was said reverentially and it was said with a lot of like, oh wow.
there's
Um
lore behind you.
yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
was what he said.
Yes, yes.
And it was the
Versus
first time since I left, which is 9, 10 years ago,
mhm.
that someone had mentioned to me Second City in that way. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
Like, never had I ran into someone that I didn't know, like you or someone else, like Jack making that joke
Yeah, yeah.
is different because, like, we're
We
cohorts and
lived through it.
yes, we
Yeah.
did it together.
Yeah.
But someone so removed from me that I didn't even know that they were like connected to Chicago. I just saw them in this performance and I liked what they did.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh no, I totally know who you are. It's so nice to meet you." Like it was like as it was I know he was coming to me with reverence and with like, "Oh man, that was cool." But it didn't
Hmm.
feel good. It felt
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, I don't want that to be my legacy." Or like the way I'm remembered by people that I don't know. I
Right.
want to be remembered as someone like funny and brilliant and artistic,
Beautiful and like, just
gorgeous and
gorgeous
skinny.
and like I want to be remembered as Beyonce. Like, I want to be
Yeah, I don't
responded.
want to be the person that like ruined something that in your mind at least.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like I get why he was saying it and it was a good way, but like It didn't fall that way to me. And I'm just made me wonder how many more white men out there that I don't know are like walking around with this image of me.
I mean, okay, so I have heard this characterization as well.
That I crumbled an institution of satire.
That it's that almost phrase exactly. Like
Like you destroyed my
no,
sacred
no,
cow.
it's the phrasing where it's single-handedly, right? That like this. And I remember single-handedly like brought down or something like this. And I remember bristling at it. I remember bristling at it for the exact reason, right? Because I'm like, it's doing great.
It's doing great. It was not
It's
brought down. It was not single handedly. It
all of it. He's like, it's wrong. It's so inaccurate.
correct.
And also, um, the thing that I think I was bristling at, and it doesn't sound, you're not, you didn't see it this way, but what I was bristling at was
Uh-huh.
that, um, there was a bit of this, like the single-handedly, like this was somehow you're like you were the one that had this like tag and like kind of recognized. And I was like, you understand that this was like in the midst of a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone on the cast was like this. Like he was just,
Yes.
if anything, he was the one that was singled out.
I did write an article.
I mean, of course, all of it,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, but to not see it in that context and the phrase single-handedly and this idea that somehow you made a big fuss about it. And so then
Correct.
that's what I
That
didn't like.
that
I did not like it.
that's what I felt.
That's what you were bristling at too. Okay. Because, yeah. Oh, yeah. For
That
sure. That's
like
what I was.
yeah, like for lack of a better term, like oh, you were the big snitch, right? Like
You were the
that's
drama queen that did this?
yes, that's how it felt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he didn't mean it that way. He only meant it in like a nice or like a positive way. But after all these years later, more than 10 years later,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like how that landed.
I mean,
It didn't
this
feel
is,
good to me. Like I didn't like step up and be like, "Yeah, did that." You know what I mean? Like more than it being not true or accurate, even if it was accurate, I don't know if I would like that title or like to be known for that. Like I don't want to be known for that.
I mean,
It's like Jeffrey Epstein was a Harvard professor.
shut up. You're shut.
Sorry, sorry.
How come no one's remembering Jeffrey Epstein for his work at Harvard?
He's a mathematician.
No one's remembering his finance career.
His business acumen. This man was a world traveler. No, but
Ah! Oh my good. Oh dear me.
it
Dear me.
it does feel like
Oh,
I am being known or renowned as like a troublemaker.
this.
Yeah.
It's the troublemaking of it. And also, I remember inside of the moment, risk and why was like one, like not seeing it in the context, this whole thing that you're the one, and like not laying any sort of accountability at the feet of Second City.
Right.
Like they're doing good. So how did you, and then all of it, right? There's no part of it where it's like, um, he brought up this thing. right? He made it so that
It could be
future
addressed.
performers don't have
Yeah.
to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
It was brought down.
Right.
So I will say this when I was reflecting upon it. I feel like in the era post all of that sort of, let's call it the racial reckoning of between 2016, right,
Uh-huh.
to
Uh-huh.
throughout the sort of like the pandemic with all of the protests, what have you, right? To like the sort of, I would, let's say the height of Black Lives Matter and the protests
Mm-hmm.
inside of the pandemic, right? Like just
Mm-hmm.
seeing that period. I feel like in the time since then, there has been some reflection,
Mm.
right? And kind of some accountability for, on the left, even perhaps for maybe an outsized reaction, the sort of,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call it pitchfork wielding mob
Mm-hmm.
mentality that
Mm-hmm.
occurred online and in person, right? I feel like this Second City thing has been brought in with that,
Oh
where
yeah.
it was like, we're like, oh,
Snowflakes.
yes, like
Yeah.
where, remember that time, like when that happened?
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't Aziz Ansari getting canceled.
Mm.
This isn't like Al Frank,
Yeah.
like it's not one of those things that we overreacted. Like it was your experience
Mm-hmm.
that you were not like alone in,
No.
and that a lot of people don't always remember, but
Mm-hmm.
it was wild in 2016 before the election.
Wild.
It was like it, and it was wild in a way that we should not forget because that is literally the beginning of this whole era.
Where are we today, honey? Like we were
Like,
screaming about it, and
and so
everyone
now,
was like, "Shut up! We'll put up a plaque." Like,
I mean, like, and then subsequent to that, like, even the conversation inside of the left about sort of, I think it's reasonable, right? The outsized reaction, the pitchfork wielding, mob mentality, like all of it um I think did no was a disservice to our cause,
mhm.
right? It did not ultimately serve us.
No.
It did not change minds. It did, it's all of it. And now instead, there's this continued backlash,
Yeah.
right? And overcorrection, I think maybe
Yeah.
be is right. I think the during this time there was an overcorrection one way, and there was now I feel like a devastating kind of. Anyways,
Yeah. Also, it
but yeah,
in the way he brought it up, it seemed like he was saying because he was like, "Oh, you brought to light something that white guys like me would have never known about because we don't experience the same type of thing." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's true." But in that way, I think he's saying like we white men used to live in this perfect world that was not disturbed and we didn't think our sacred cows were bullshit. But now
yes.
we had to reckon with it. So that's how I feel like they look at me of crumbling their dream of Second City as opposed to crumbling Second City, the institution.
But see,
Because
this is where
clearly I did not. That's not what I was
yes,
going for.
it continues to do great. It's
Yeah.
doing awesome. But
Schomburg has to go somewhere for drinks and entertainment.
and now it costs $100, right?
Fuck off.
I'm that's what I mean. It's doing great,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If anything, it's building on top of your corpse, right? It seems like they've even gotten higher
Yeah, from the ashes.
from the ashes, right?
Yeah.
I This is when I feel like not knowing our history, right, really shows its
Correct.
ass,
It
right?
does.
Because
Yeah.
if you in a moment were to ask them, like, what was he calling out?
Right.
What was
What was
happening?
the thing?
What was the
Yeah.
thing? The racist. What racism?
Yeah.
You're
What was
not
actually
remember.
happening? You don't
You're not
know.
you're not remembering the actual situation,
Hmm.
feeling like because maybe they're young enough where they don't remember a time when shit used to be normal,
Right.
right? Like where there was a time when we could go on stage and not feel worried,
Hmm.
right? And so we were the first people to experience the shift in culture,
Yeah.
And thank God someone pointed it out. Now that's a marker.
I
That's a
mean,
marker in history.
correct. And I say this in a way where I'm not trying to get a pat on the back.
Yeah.
I'm simply saying for perspective.
Mhm.
I joined Second City in 2016, 2015. That at that time it was 61 years of Second City,
Mhm.
okay? And I was the first Asian man.
I mean, I
61 years.
I'm gonna say that like in the maybe the year before that, there was an active tour co company called Brown
Brown
Co.
coat. Yeah. Yeah, which I was part of. Like,
Like what are we I mean like
what are we saying?
what are we fucking talking about?
In
Like
2015 they called it Brown coat.
like again, what are we talking about? When you say single, that's really what I took umbrage with, where I was like, what are you talking about? Like it was literally a thing where his employer wasn't helping him.
No.
Like, you know, and
Actively ignoring our
and it wasn't
pleas.
like he was alone because there were other people of color on the cast. Like
Yeah.
it was wild out here. And
Yeah.
really, I look back on that time and we've talked about it. Like it was a time when like being on stage
It
what
was
like
scary.
it felt wild.
Yeah.
It was scary. Like it was really a thing. So all you youngs out there, and if you're a young person listening to this, wow,
How did you get here?
how did you get here? What's the map? I would love to know the map that took
Yeah.
lodged you here. But like there was a time,
Yeah.
right? And I remember distinctly. So if anything, right, in this moment, and I'm going to say this, and maybe this is how we need to describe it moving forward, but that
Mm.
time in the 2016s, very specifically, right? This is like that is it's not more that you single-handedly like brought anything down, but you just single-handedly mark a
Yeah.
moment in our culture, right? Where this grand shift was occurring.
Correct. Yeah.
And the thing is, ultimately, I don't think Second City is any more accountable.
No. I mean, the people that own it are gone.
So they don't
So,
have to be.
yeah, exactly. They cleaned house.
There's no more institutional knowledge or recollection of whatever happened.
In
So
fact, in their like anniversary tome or whatever,
yeah.
um, they try to erase our show. Yeah.
Are
They
you
don't,
serious?
yeah, they don't even have a picture of us. They only have our names in like a tiny font. Like we are the
Wow.
asterisk in the Second City history.
But see, this is and yet another moment where Second City is does not understand the assignment,
Correct.
right? Because as an institution that is comedic, right? Even in retrospect, like you need to be able to understand like this is a moment where this happened. It's something
Mhm.
in culture, right? And you're a part of culture
Yeah.
as an institution even.
You're commenting on it at least. Yeah.
So why wouldn't this in retrospect, right? Like we as an institution, we learned something.
They
Go
didn't
ahead,
though.
lie. They didn't, but they
Yeah,
can lie.
they
Like, who's going to call
can.
them out?
They
So
should have
it's like
lied.
they should have lied and said, we learned something. This was a
Yeah.
moment in our history where you'll start seeing
And we are
different
better
people.
for it now and etc. Yeah.
You see the difference in the diversity on our stages. Like, bitch, what is happening? You can't
Yeah.
figure that out.
Yeah. It
Like,
was I know.
I mean, because it's so,
Here's
and
the
it
thing
is,
though, like
they're
most
butthurt.
they're
They're
butthurt.
butthurt. And that's the sort of vibe of this, if that's the lore,
Mhm.
because that's what's being perpetuated in that building.
I bet.
Yeah.
I am persona non grata, I'm sure. As are a lot of our peers, by the way,
Yeah.
who don't go back and do not do those like sets or whatever, right? Like we had our
Hmm.
experiences and we moved on. Um, but it was strange because I was not expecting to be called out like that.
Who wants to meet their past in this way on an afternoon?
Yeah. I was just here supporting a friend. Like, why are
Yeah,
you
like what?
accosting me?
Like, excuse me? Like,
No.
I did not make an appointment.
To his credit, he was being very sweet and nice.
Of course.
But
He's using it with a a level of reverence, like this
and,
is legend. Yeah.
and a bridge to be like,
Yeah.
oh, so nice to finally meet you in person. I know your work, blah blah. But that did make me feel more determined to outshine my legacy. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if I do nothing more than that, then I will always be known as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I have to like surpass that lore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, by doing something bigger and better. Like, I can't let that be the thing that I'm known for in Chicago.
Yeah, for sure. I
It's
mean,
not. It's not good. I don't like it.
it is really because the way that this it's the word single-handedly
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, that's like really and I'm not in that building enough or I mean that's the thing is like if anything it should be very notable that no one of that generation really fucks with that building.
No.
So no one is there to sort of counteract because it's only like the newbies that are only hearing the lore from the olds
Right. Yeah.
and everyone that lived through it is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that in and of itself should be noteworthy. Like, and it's like there's a part of it where I wonder, and it seems this way where a lot of like even liberal white people are kind of pulling back and like feel okay with being like, well, that was kind of crazy, wasn't it? And it's like, yeah, there was periods of it, but this is not it. That's what's crazy because this is the nuance of it, right? Like, this was not one of those moments.
No. And it's strange to be a decade later be flattened out like this. Um
Because
Switching
you have no
gears,
control over it.
no, there's nothing I can say.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if I like bring receipts or whatever. They're just gonna be like, whatever, like this is what I heard, you know? So I have to do something more legendary than this. Which should be easy because what? Secondly though, kind of related, did you see the roast of Kevin Hart?
I've seen some clips of this. Oh my God.
First and foremost, I just want to say props to um, Cheryl Underwood and actually Pete Davidson had a cute set. It was funny. Um,
Mm.
so did Chelsea Handler.
Yeah.
She stood up in business. Um,
She's
but
good at this sort of thing.
she is.
Yeah.
And she really like dug into fucking Kill Tony's ass.
Yeah.
Everyone did.
Yes.
Why is he so red? What is that? Is that a spray tan or is that alcoholism? Like, what is that?
I think it's spray tan. It's makeup. You can see like
It's crazy looking. He looks
hmm
like RFK Jr.
yeah, that's a spray tan.
That's so fucking
Like,
bad.
I mean,
Like,
that's the
who's
thing is
telling you
like
that's the skin tone that you
and,
walk around in?
and this is how you know
He has no
this is
friends.
how this is how the LGBTQ community stands on business, right?
Uh
Like
huh.
this is how we know when these people continue to come to them and say, I want to let's tick it up. Let's go for the deeper tan. And they and they just continue to spray. They
Yeah.
continue to spray, and they're letting their clients go out there like that.
Looking like that. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's really like
This is our
this is
quiet resistance.
thank you, yeah.
by
Because I mean,
by darkening the Nazi skin.
but having them look right, like whoever is doing Ben Shapiro's face, doing God's work,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like really doing something here because they make them clowns, really, But yeah, they were going for kill Tony. They were going for Tony pretty hard. I mean, it's funny because some of it is he's so easily lampoonable because of his voice and like what you just said, like the way he looks, like all of it's kind of easy.
Yeah.
And because he's the sort of um like this, I don't know, it's the sort of same way that strangely enough, no one came for Matt Rife in this way. And I think it's because
Was he
Matt,
there?
no, I think that's
Oh.
part of it. Matt doesn't really fuck with like the community like that. I've never seen him on a pod. I've never seen him.
He is pretty busy,
Yeah.
but he does feel like a he someone's got to do crowd work to middle-aged moms across the Midwest.
In arenas across the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's but Kill Tony is I mean whatever his name is, Tony Hinchcliffe
Mm-hmm.
is so like shitty of a person. He's
Mm.
like the comedy version of James Charles. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah, yeah,
guess you're a
yeah.
comedian, but you're like the shittiest one of us, but popular,
And troll. I mean, like that's the sort of
trolly.
how, yeah,
Yeah.
trolly. Because I think some of it is that he's so also identifiable with a brand of comedy.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, same with Matt, same thing with Dane Cook when it kind of shifted for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's this kind of thing where because if you're a comedy purist, like it seems like a fad or like a
Mm-hmm.
passing thing. So, and also it is also identifiable with a specific brand of comedy, but also, let's be honest, responsible for a new generation of type of comedian.
Ugh, yuck.
Like
Woof.
it's responsible for an entire town
Yeah.
of a scene. Like one show spawned an entire scene
Yeah.
and careers,
Yeah. I
multiple.
know. I know. That's weird. It's
So
weird. And also, like, it's clear that no one likes him. You know what I mean? Like, even his
yeah, yeah.
friends don't
Hmm.
like him. And it was almost sad to see him like effusively laughing and knee slapping on jokes about him being a creepy gay guy.
Yeah.
Like he clearly is a creepy DL gay,
Hmm.
and they're all like basically airing it out, and he's just like, ah.
Yeah.
It's so cringe to watch. It's so weird, and I don't know. I almost felt bad for him as another queer person. I was like,
Sure.
ugh, this feels gross. But he deserves everything he gets. Um, but secondly, all the black jokes that were written by the white writers for this roast
Hmm.
felt so pointedly racist that I was like, is this a joke?
Is this okay?
I don't know if this is okay. And
I,
like, listen, when you break it down, comedy versus comedy versus comedy, a joke is a joke is a joke. It's a setup and a punchline.
sure.
It's a small story that's being told, right?
Hmm.
But when you look deeper into who is writing these jokes and where these jokes are pointed at, it feels very racially punching down.
Yes.
And I did not like that.
Yes. Because also there's so much easier and I would say riper comedy in the fact that he's so rich,
Yeah.
and that like he's the so successful and like can't stop doing commercials. Like what's
Yeah.
happening? Like is he planning on getting
Yeah.
divorced again? Like why do you need this? Right? There's so
Yeah.
much easier, more punching up stuff.
But they're going
Um,
for like the low hanging fruit of race and shortness. Like for Chelsea, that's like, oh, you're an old whore. Like
mhm.
that's why I love when she caught up. She was like, "Okay, I'm the designated whore here, blah blah. Yeah, I'm rich and I'm hot. Of course, I'm gonna fuck a lot of guys." So it made everyone else's jokes about her being a whore just like so stupid.
Uh-huh,
You know what I
uh-huh.
mean? Like
Yeah,
because she just owned it, and she's like, "You guys have nothing else to say to me besides that." And it's true.
yeah,
They don't have. Maybe it's because they don't know these people. Like they can't go deeper into like who they are, but
sure. Which is like the way that
it
a
should
roast is,
be.
yeah, has to operate for sure.
Yeah, it's this like feeling of closeness and like love disguised as barbs.
Mm-hmm.
But that it didn't feel like that. This felt like, oh, here's a huge stage for us to be like edgelordy about, and then we did that.
Yeah, I mean, also because it doesn't match. Like, if this had been the roast of Tony Hinchcliffe,
Hmm.
I think there's a part of it where his sense of humor, the kind of people that would have roasted him, like it all sort of lines up.
Hmm.
But this did not line up.
Kevin Hart's not that type of humor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, Michael Shea was like brought it up, right? On an Instagram
Michael Che did?
post. He was like,
Oh, what did he say?
yes. He literally he posted on his Insta stories, white guys and black people joke different. Black
Hmm.
guy roasts like, look at this N-word shoes. White roasts are like slavery, math, slain teens, like slurs, family secrets. White guys don't give a fuck about the shoes, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then on the next slide said, let's do a roast celebrating the career of the most successful black comic in the last 10 years. I love that. Who should we get to write it? And then posted a
The
photo
writers?
of the writer's room.
Crazy. I love that. I love Michael
Um,
Che.
I mean, because he does this shit and then he just immediately dips out of
Of
Instagram,
the
right? He just
yeah, of
posts
the
his,
conversation. Yep.
yes.
Yep.
And that
And
I
he's
think
about to
that
single-handedly crumble comedy.
he's going to bring down roasts.
Yeah.
Like it is, I mean, his post literally articulates what we just said. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not the kind of Kevin Hart humor, right? And the way that it was punching felt weird
Yep.
because it doesn't come from a place of familiarity. It
No.
doesn't do any, like, you can tell that it
It's
wasn't written
clear
by,
it's not familiar. Yeah.
it's like with Tom Brady, for example, like that is a removed celebrity from all
He's not a
comedians.
comedian.
Right? He's removed. So there's a level of like no kind amount of punching could you can't punch down really,
Yeah.
right? Um versus with Kevin, you know, I think that like Regina Hall's bit
Yeah.
did well because she knows Kevin.
Yeah. They're friends.
They're friends. And she was
Yeah.
coming for him in a way where it's like, yes,
Yeah.
right? Going
I'm
after
your
his
cousin. Yeah.
and like going after his infidelity, like all of it. That's the sort of humor that Kevin, where he likes being the butt of the joke,
Yeah.
but
But not about being like a black man that is only so little removed from slavery. What? What are you? That's so lazy. It's so white guy lazy.
I mean, do they not know what's happened in Kevin Hart's life? Like, it's pretty ripe, all right,
Yeah.
just on
Like,
its own.
talk about the Diddy stuff. Like, did you see Cat Williams set? So good.
I mean, all of it.
Okay,
It's like,
okay. At the end of Cat, because Cat Williams did not make any reservations. He went deeper into the things he's been roasting Kevin Hart about. That's what I love the most. Is that
mhm.
he got invited and he said, "All right, you want me to light this bitch up? I'll light this bitch up."
Yeah,
And he did in a very classic roast comedian way, which is
correct.
set it up and punch it down.
Mhm.
And at the end, because this was live,
Right, Kevin. Yeah.
Kevin Hart took the mic. He was like, "Ho, ho, ho, okay, like let's squash the beef,"
Hmm.
and knew that Cat Williams could not squash the beef there.
Right.
I thought that was so manipulative.
Of Kevin.
Yes, because I don't like that. Like, this is a live show. You know, Cat Williams cannot say no after being invited to this thing, accepting the check from Ted Sandoros,
Hmm.
doing the roast. He knew he couldn't like
The
keep
check had
stay
already been
hating.
cashed. Yes, the check has already
Yes.
been cashed. Yeah.
And this, to me, maybe I'm looking too much into this. This was Kevin Hart saying, "Bitch, I own you. I let you come onto this dais. I let you come roast me. Now shut the fuck up, shake my hand, and don't ever talk about me again." And
I
that's what I
mean,
think Kevin Hart was planning. with that like moment at the end.
Yeah. I mean, I understand absolutely what you're saying. It's the reason why I hate like jumbotron proposals or like
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah.
like a public
The
proposals like this,
pressure,
like
the
the
pressure.
pressure. It's like, bitch, you know that she can't say no in front of this.
Exactly. And you're gonna make her be a bitch later?
Like
Yeah.
why? You know,
Yeah.
like that always feels so sus to me whenever someone
Yes.
does that. Right?
Yes.
It's like it feels like, oh, I gotta pressure her into this because she seemed to have indicated that things aren't gonna work out.
And I'm gonna show everyone in this room right now that I'm the better person, I'm the bigger person, I'm the hero. And if this bitch says anything but yes, she's the demon. That's exactly what it was.
So I do understand that. I will say, however, that on the backs, right? Um, I think it was, yes, it's a flex. It was manipulative, but also all's fair in show business here. Like it was like, yes, he judoed him. Kat should
Yeah.
have known that this was gonna fucking happen. And
I guess it was worth the money. The paycheck was
this is
worth
what I'm
it.
saying. Like, and so
Yeah.
he's willing to take this money, but he's gonna. So this is when Kevin's like,
This was his
okay,
shut up money. Yeah.
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 So then that's
Yeah.
how Kevin
Yeah.
wins
Yeah. Yeah. You got to
by
give it
not
to
looking
him.
like an, you know. So it's like to me, I'm kind of like, yeah, of course it's manipulative and all those things, but also, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
He, you know, that's how you win. That's like if we are gonna love 50 Cent for being petty in this way,
Yeah.
like let's not like pretend that Kevin isn't also he's always the fool,
Yeah.
right? But how is he also the one that owns the castle, right? Like that like I don't think that people are giving Kevin enough credit for that sort of savvy.
Oh, he's
Um,
very savvy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that being said, like I absolutely was kind of like catching him like being like, "Oh no, no, don't go yet."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so, right? And
Yeah. And I
seeing
thought
Kat's face is just really kind of
was beautiful because he fucking dominated him and said goodnight. And in a normal roast, you say all these shit about everyone, and then you say the shit about the post, and then you go, okay, but you're actually really lovely, and
yeah.
in reality, I really love you, and you're an amazing person. Cat did not do that. He went straight for and he did not roast anyone else on a dais. He did not give a fuck about any. He did like his whole set on Kevin.
He did the job. He did his work.
He did his work, and he did not betray his integrity by being like, but for real, Kevin, you're a G and you're like good for the community. Like he stayed on business. He stood 10 toes down and still did his job. And I thought that was so marvelous. That
I
that
mean,
was like a lesson to be learned.
I truly, this is why I am saying like, because if Kat had done that,
Mhm.
I would have felt like worse about both
Yes.
Kat and Kevin,
And
right?
Kevin, correct.
Because now that feels like a thing that Kevin made him say,
Uh-huh.
and then it feels like something that Kat was willing to do,
Yeah.
right? All of it
Hmm.
versus this, where it's both people are leaving this situation with dignity,
Hmm.
right? All of their like their
They
principles, all
got
that's
theirs. Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that to me is a lesson where absolutely, where both people are not compromising on shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And really able to exit this interaction with noses clean. No one went into each other's ass.
Yeah. It was an example of everyone getting their cake and eating it too.
Mm. I mean, I mean, like at least right now with Kevin, like, have you read anything about his business exploits?
Oh, that he's in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Which
makes
is
all this stuff.
why he's doing. Well, the thing I heard most recently was that he had been investing too willy nilly
Hmm.
into his friends' businesses, and they've all come tumbling down.
Hmm.
And now he's not able to like make his investments back or his premium investment back.
Okay.
So is that what you heard? Because that's what I like just kind of saw in the trades.
No, this is
What's
very
the
specific.
problem?
This is very specifically about like production and his like heartbeat productions very specifically.
Huh?
Like yeah.
What about?
that there's been a lot of turmoil. There's been a lot of turmoil in literally the last like 24 months. Like multiple heads and divestments. They just brought in he just sold a lot of his share in the company,
Hmm.
and a lot of the production was really of the company was really leaning so heavy on him making the money. And that's not how this is supposed to work, right? It's like Reese Witherspoon doesn't have to have a movie or three or something in development so that the business makes money.
Hmm.
Drew Barrymore's company doesn't need Drew to be in three or four movies a year to
Hmm.
make back their money.
Hmm.
That's what was happening. And
So his
there was,
productions weren't making money.
it seems like there was a deep mismanagement of both
Oh.
productions and some marketing dollars being scurried
Mm.
away by certain people that he had put in charge. Because also at the end of the day, he was looking to have this be a solely an entity running unto itself,
Right.
right? Where he's lending his name and supporting, but it was turning out to be he needed to be really involved. He needed to be here.
Mm.
And that's why he divested. So that's sort of it was I believe it was in Fortune actually.
Mm.
Like the business is um in trouble.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like
So,
just the production side of it, not his like that vegan burger chain that he did,
mhm.
like all this other things. Yes, all went bust. But that's like, whatever money,
Yeah.
right? Like this is the real big money. Like he's selling 60% of his share. Like he's bringing in capital partners,
Right.
like
Right.
investment. So there needs to be some sort of leverage that like something is happening where um I think he's really the cash cow. He's bringing in because none of
Yeah.
the other stuff is working out.
Yeah.
And so
I
for a
guess
production
not.
company of that size to lean on their marquee name in that way,
Yeah. That means that he did not hire well.
that's what it seems like.
That's what
Yeah.
happens. Like
Multiple
if
times.
that
Multiple
means if
times.
he needs to be the face of everything, that means he doesn't have a team that's strong enough to uphold the business while he's gone.
I mean, I do feel like we are entering an era of deep mismanagement across the board because there is no institutional knowledge being passed down
Mhm.
in a lot of ways. This is the reason why I think the 90s were so aesthetically horrifying because there were no gay men to teach the next generation because they all died of
Mhm.
AIDS.
Mhm.
So like it had to be like this new generation that taught themselves in some
Yeah.
way, and then that they taught are teaching the next. But because of COVID, because of economy, I feel like that same gap is occurring,
Mm.
right? Because no one stays at the same job for whatever number of years. So no one is learning how to do anything well.
Yeah. No, that's true. And you see these production companies like fold and come up and fold and come up, and people are like leaving after 3 months, and yeah, it's no good.
And you
But
see, and I know people that are in production like houses and like have greenlit and have brought to life several projects that are actually good. And it's because she's been doing this job for a decade.
yeah,
So like in the last like 3, 4 years, like shit has been really popping off because she knows how to do her job well,
yeah, she has
and
experience.
she, she has experience and she people that knew a lot as well. She's saying that like a lot of these other production companies that are started by like other sort of like big marquee names that started, like a lot of them are folding pretty immediately.
Yeah, they're firing people left and right.
Yeah.
Um, wow. Well, that explains a lot of why I can't ignore Kevin Hart on anything because he's literally shilling every goddamn thing possible.
I
And
mean,
yeah,
yeah.
I because I get that you're a hustler, but this is a level beyond. This sounds like you're close to bankruptcy, and you're paying off debtors and
Yeah.
creditors. You're in debt.
Yes. It's giving
So
Bruno Mars in the casino, like
correct, yeah,
what's happening? Why are
yeah.
you having to
Nicolas
work so
Cage, yeah,
There's no reason for you to be doing this, sir.
Yeah.
Especially like with Nick,
And
he's
there's
had like
also
five
like
wives. Like, I get it.
and people like Kevin Hart, I assume, have to work more because
Hmm.
they can't spend less.
Right. I can see
They're
that. Absolutely. Yes. And they also now finance an industry, right? There's a that like it's a Joan Rivers line from her documentary where like now she's an industry. She like pays for and is a livelihood and
right.
responsible for many people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But Kevin should be able to make that passive income easy. Easy.
How though? Like what from what his movies?
He should be in inside of like portfolio dividends that are paying out and being able to like just this one is for
Oh,
you. You get 5% of this shit every year. That this is your
yeah.
job. This is
Yeah.
you
I think
you this
Kevin
is it.
himself could probably live off of investment portfolios. But I think his reach and his breadth of his like hangers ons
Hmm.
is too big.
I mean, I appreciate all of that. And we all it's like important that he's a job creator, right? I would say that there are if you're working like that and you don't get to do comedy, it's sort of like
What is
what are
it
we fucking doing?
for? You're just on a hamster wheel to feed someone else's kid?
You're just you're hawking DraftKings until you die? Like
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah, it seems like it. It
You
really
know,
does.
like
Like
even if you
why
wanted to
does The
do
Rock not do any commercials? They're kind of like similar level celebrity, I would say. Maybe The Rock is a little bigger.
yeah.
They're about the same.
I mean, I will also say there's like I mean Adam Sandler, he's got an industry. He's
A
got
hundred.
whatever.
Yeah, his daughter's getting movies. By the way, did you watch that movie, Roommates,
Roommates? No, no. Is it
with
good?
all the Nepo daughters?
Yeah, yeah. Is it good?
No, it's my friend wrote it,
Okay.
so kudos to him. But
Congratulations.
congratulations on writing and making a movie. But it is, you know who's in it, right?
Hmm. Is her and who else? Like
Adam
the
Sandler's daughter, Eddie Murphy's daughter, Chris Rock's daughter, Laura Dern's daughter, um, this other white guy who's in all of Adam Sandler's films, his son. It's like all Nepo babies. And
wow.
apparently, this is allegedly
Hmm.
through Sandler's deal at Netflix, his $100 million deal,
Hmm.
each of his daughters each get a featured Netflix movie. And
Wow.
this was his younger daughter's movie. And my friend pitched on it and wrote it. Yeah. So,
I mean, listen,
okay.
I mean, there, you can't begrudge anybody this sort of thing, right? Sir, you've done and brought laughs generation upon generation of humans. Yeah, go off, give your daughter this thing.
No,
Um, for sure. I think absolutely. What's frustrating, I think, is that that is the only project that is getting greenlit.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, versus
That's,
it being like that we got to do that, but because we got X amount of stuff from Adam, it's like, yeah, but we
yeah.
got to put out other stuff.
Yeah. And like Adam Sandler became Adam Sandler because he wasn't Ted Sandler's son. Like it was actually because he was talented and he had a very unique voice, and a perspective on movie making.
Hmm. Hmm.
This movie Roommates is the aftermath of that. So like
It's the afterbirth of that. Yeah.
yes, it's like the broken placenta of Adam Sandler's 90s fame. And it's so like plotting and bad.
I
And
mean, this is when I'm going back to the mismanagement. It's like no one is teaching like there's no new voice that is teaching the next generation of kids to
yeah,
also be innovative. They're just watching drivel, right?
yeah,
Right? And this is why so many young people are going back to the 90s, going back to the early aughts when there were new and interesting and different kinds
Original
of movies.
things.
Yes.
And here's the thing, with all that being said, there are, maybe not in the movie space, in the TV space, there are is interesting things happening. For
Mm-hmm.
example, Hacks.
Yes.
This last season of Hacks, I could hear the writer's room while watching the show.
Thank God for
It
HBO.
is
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Joke after joke after joke. Like, it is nonstop. And on top of that, like all the ad libs and the improv is,
Mm-hmm.
I love this show so much. And it's not even because it's about comedy or the industry. Like, regardless of that, it is so sharp and so funny, but at the same time, so sitcom in that
Yeah.
it resolves in this like mini lesson every episode
Sure.
and blah blah, and with this kind of like larger arc. And
Yeah. Like someone obviously was a writer's
yes, and learned how to do
assistant
it.
many years on a show. Do it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, like all of that. And it also has a new perspective, especially with when you're saying the improv and the ad libs. Like, yeah, these are people that grew up like probably doing improv in the early aughts. Like,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
absolutely the fucking sensibility. Right.
It's
And
so good. It's so
I mean,
fucking good.
and also, I will say this, like the whole point of having an insider type of quote unquote type of show like this, where the people are in show business,
mhm.
the reason why this stuff sort of works out, it's like same with like, I haven't watched the new thing of the comeback, but I feel like with the earlier seasons of that, because these are um like performers and people that are commenting on culture, right, as their job, the show now gets to do that without necessarily being too meta. It like
Yeah.
seems folds seamlessly into it,
Yeah.
right? So that's why they are sort of allowed to be a little more like lofty in their
Hmm.
assessment of stuff, and they get to do it unapologetically. Like that's the whole point. It's
Yeah.
not to just be insider baseball. It's like no, now they get to do all the fun stuff that you want all your other shows to do, comment on
Hmm.
culture, reflect it, like go after things. Like that's the whole point. And they that is what I like a lot about it. Like it's ultimately about
Yeah.
like friendship, women, like
Yeah.
this age and all
This
of it.
latest
Like
lesbian episode, are you caught up?
no, 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 no.
Oh my god. This past week's lesbian episode was maybe one of the best TV episodes ever. It was so fucking good.
Wow.
So sharp. The acting, oh my, Leslie Bibb is incredible, and like it's just
I love Leslie
real.
Bibb.
You
I mean, I've been a
you
fan
love a
of
wafy
Leslie
white.
since I
Oh,
I've been a fan of Leslie since Popular.
Popular. Yes, I remember. Popular was so good. Remember what happened to that brunette girl?
I don't know.
I know. I really liked her.
Yes, she was like
Yeah.
kind of to me the star.
She
Like,
was, and then
yeah.
Leslie was kind of like the mean girl.
Hmm.
Um. Anyway, so Hacks is just I'm like so sad that this is the last season because you could see them like starting to like wrap it
Wrap it
up,
up. Yeah.
and it's really making me sad because it's so good and it's so sharp. Kudos to all the writers and
I mean, truly. I
the
mean,
people
also
who
let's
make
just
that
give it
show.
up for like a show that knows when to exit.
Correct.
There's
Get
going to
out.
be no jumping of any shark. There's going to be no slippage. It is just like, and scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I feel like there's sometimes that is a lost art in current culture that people are being dragged off stage. It's like so much more of a thing. Whereas before, I feel like a lot of our celebrities would just sort of gracefully recede,
Yeah.
right? They just don't do stuff as much anymore. They're not trying, it's not like, I mean, poor Tom Cruise. Like, let this man get all of his thetans out or whatever,
Yeah.
let his like let him finally go off. Like please don't make him do another Mission Impossible.
No, I think that was the last Mission Impossible, but he is doing one more Top Gun. I heard. Yeah, it's sad. It's the sign of the times and the economy, I suppose, and this idea of like building wealth for your next generation, like your kids and stuff. Like, I
Yes.
don't know if that was such a thing back when we were growing up, because everyone was so new to it. But
No, I mean none of these kids are going to be like hard up if their dad doesn't give them like do you know what I mean? It's
no,
just like the expectation is that now they also become moguls.
correct.
And as opposed to just being like, no, they're like
They're chilling.
Ha- they're chilling, right?
They're
We pay
like
for all
trust
your
fund
school.
DJs. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why do
May I be so lucky to be a
we
trust
need
fund
any more than
DJ?
that?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. What happened? Why can't we do that? There are so many clubs in Ibiza that need to be rocked. Like,
Very true. Um, one last thing I was going to mention about the comeback. So both the comeback and hacks addresses AI,
hmm
and I love that our comedies are like the only ones that are fucking ringing the bell about this. Um, and hacks does a really great job um at approaching AI, especially in the Hollywood comedy space,
hmm
because it is a real problem and it's a real issue that we're none of us are really equipped with handling. So I just want to say thank you guys for doing that. But finally, I do want to talk about Beef season 2.
Okay.
Are you caught up or did you watch?
No, I have not. I have not started.
Have you seen Beef season 1?
I have not. I have not. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, Beef season 2, it's an anthology, much like White Lotus, where it's like a different cast, it's a different story.
Uh-huh.
And
You know, I auditioned for that show.
season 2,
Yeah.
yeah, me too.
Which
That's
role
um,
did you for?
I cannot even tell you. Which role did you go for? The assistant girl?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you could have done that. She speaks a lot of Korean.
I mean, but all of it, I was like,
No, I mean you could have done it otherwise, I think, but like
no. I
the
mean,
Korean,
watching her do it, and that persona, I was like, I don't know why you're asking me to, like, because you know
even
me,
throw my hat in the
like I did that scene crazy,
Yeah,
very differently.
yeah, yeah. um, I thought he did a great job. But I will say the Koreanness of the show
hmm
is so like undercurrent
Yeah.
that I really loved how Lee Sung-jin did that.
hmm
Like
hmm
the first show, the first episode, I mean, the first season was obviously about a Korean lead and Ali Wong and their beef, right? And then how their worlds kind of started to fracture because of it.
And I think the way that they incorporated Korean church into season one was like really kind of seamless and felt, translatable and also
Yeah,
not in your face, right? It's
yeah,
just like this thing that happens in the background and also is relatable, right? It's
yes,
church.
yeah,
Only if you understand the cultural touchstones does it resonate for you, but otherwise
right.
you're not missing anything.
No.
Yeah.
And in this season, he did it so deftly again, but
hmm
in a larger context of both the Asian Korean experience
Yeah.
and the Korea Chaebol experience
The reality
and
of what it is to be
a billionaire in Korea. And
in a capitalist society.
yes, and how that like pressures people into making these like fucked up decisions. And
hmm
I just don't think people are talking enough about it. And the did you hear Lee Sung-jin did an interview with someone where he was like, after all the award season with Beef season 1, and
Yeah.
they like swept all
Yeah.
the Golden Globes and Emmys,
Yes. Yeah.
and then they got a second season order.
Yeah.
He still had to pitch for 6 months to Netflix. Yeah,
Wow.
they would not let him write what he wanted to.
Wow.
Isn't that
Wow.
fucked up?
Yeah, especially given how closely tied Netflix is to Korea. Like their biggest like production facilities in.
Yeah.
So the fact that why he would have to pitch in this way for a story that is get probably going to sweep again seems even maybe better from what I've heard than the first season.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of like, you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. No. Here's why. I thought the way season 1 unfurled was so beautiful and organic, and I was along for the ride the whole time. I was like,
Because it
oh yeah,
parallels
oh
their
yeah,
respective unfurlings.
correct.
Yeah.
This season, they're making some huge moves that feel completely out of left field.
Okay.
I'm like, would
It
she
feels
do
less
that?
organic. It feels less
Yes.
organic. Okay.
And it feels more like a huge moment. We gotta make this huge moment happen, and it doesn't feel. There were so many moments that I felt like, I don't buy that. Wait, she would never do that. But she had to do it for the story to, flip this way. So anyway, watch it and let me know what you guys think, because I thought it was well done, but it did leave me wanting for the season one magic. And I do believe this
Okay.
is Netflix's fault,
Ah.
because I believe Lee Jung Jin had a great idea for season two,
Hmm.
and they kept saying no to him, and he had to like come up with something completely different.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Like, I've noticed this trend inside of content recently, and I'm wondering, again, I haven't watched it, but I'm going to just pitch something to you. Is Do you think that sort of like strange and like big and broad choices that some of the characters were making is sort of supposed to be more like K-drama-ish?
Oh, I see why you're asking that, but no.
Okay.
I think
Because you're
the
seeing it, right? Like I'm seeing it in a lot of content as well. Like not beyond on the vertical space, like there's just like kind of K-drama-esque, like um, it's sort of like telenovela-y almost, like
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
fantasy
Soapy.
and sort of thing, kind of yes, yes, pervading like different genre of
I
content.
maybe but I if it is, it's done wrong,
Okay.
because if you don't give me the soapy tone
Hmm.
and you're giving me grounded, realistic tone,
Hmm.
you can't make soapy moves
Okay.
because it feels out of genre.
Sure, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
So,
can't lather me up if there's no water here.
yeah, sure.
I was just taking the soapy
Yeah. But
analogy,
I
and you
do
pressed too
see
far.
why
Uh,
people would think that about beef. Because I'm actually working on that too. That like K-drama tone of it,
yes.
and how to like reflect that in
Because I
American
think there is a
television.
space, yes, because there is a space for it. I think people will respond. I just look like folded into a more American sensibility.
Yeah,
Um, because like I feel like Jane the Virgin did that beautifully with the
correct. But it was like made for that
for
tone.
telling, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Uh,
like homaging it, you
mhm,
know?
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Anyway. All right, let us know what you guys think and what you're watching, because we'd love to watch with you. Also, are you caught up on Rhode Island?
I have to watch it today,
Oh my God,
this
so
week.
good. I love it.
I in a space. I wasn't in a space, but yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight,
Okay.
along
All
with I
right.
guess first episode of Beef.
Yes, yes, yes. And Comeback. I really am interested in what you think about Comeback. It's taken a departure.
Really?
Yeah. It is not the first two seasons.
She's taking it more serious.
Yes. And it's
Fascinating.
like not all the way funny. Like there are full episodes where you're like, oh fuck.
It's a tragic comedy, heavy on the tragedy.
Yeah, and not like heavy cringe. It's like
Interesting.
it's cringy, but the first two seasons were like cringy, but like, oh my God. That's so funny. Oh,
I mean,
I
because she's delightful.
yes.
She's delightful, and it's
Yeah.
cringy, but you're just like still, it's yeah,
This
of
is
course,
giving there's like
but it's not like
almost
this.
like prestige drama moments in this season. You're like, whoa, this bitch is really stretching.
Wow.
Yeah. And you could see like that Michael Patrick King and Lisa Kudrow are like, this is gonna be the last one, so we really gotta do it. Yeah.
Okay.
So Yeah, let me know what you think because
Okay,
I'm
I
I'm
will.
very interested. All right, guys, thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.